Hello everyone! Welcome to Final Fantasy XIV Online! Some of you know that I play this game religiously, and I am so excited because I'm going to be starting a new character to play through the story with all of you. Well, I'm mostly excited. ARR is kind of a drag, and the voice actor change after ARR can be a little... what's the word I'm looking for? Jarring? But as you can see, I have made a beautiful cat girl who is very much like my model, for the most part, as close as I could get without mods, because I don't know if it's safe to stream with mods on. I don't know how my model is currently behaving. I'm hoping we're not getting too glitchy. If you guys could let me know if I start like glitching out or getting like choppy, I would really appreciate it, because I can't really tell if my model's going to have issues with this game. But I think we're going to get right into it. We're not going to save appearance data, because we already have saved the appearance data. I'm going to set, I think... no, 5th astral era. We're going to set it to my actual birthday. As some of you know, my birthday, there's like extra days in the months in this game. So what would normally be 9/14 is 9/15 in this world. But we're going to start here. I usually go for Menfina because she is a moon goddess, and as a Wiccan, I worship a moon goddess. So we're going to go with that. And I think for DPS, we're going to go Pugilist. I usually go Bard. Or Archer. Bard starts as Archer. I usually go Bard. But I want to start in Thanalan for Best Boy. Well, second Best Boy. Actual Best Boy won't show up till the patches. But second Best Boy. Why don't we get right into it? I hope y'all are I can totally fucking speak. I hope y'all are as excited as I am. I personally cannot wait. But let's get right into it. I'm going to make her... oh god, are we not accepting... oh, that's not great. There's no open worlds on Ether. There's no open worlds on Ether. This is not great. Okay, so my options are I could try to play on another server, or we can sit here and just chill for a little bit while I wait for hopefully something to open up on Midgard-Stormer. I was really hoping... I mean, I could always pay to move her, but I really don't want to. This is a $10 fee that I do not need. This is what I get for trying to make a character during the Moogle event. Hi, Mikey! I mean, what I could also do is just put her on another server for now, and then just kind of either bite the bullet and pay her to move her over, or just come back later when Midgard-Stormer is open and just make her again and just play to where we left off. It's more work for me, but no, you are not giving me money. Absolutely not. I appreciate the sentiment, but I could not ask that of you. Absolutely not. Honestly, it's not a huge deal if I have to switch servers for now. I mean, we'll wait the 3 minutes. We'll wait the 3 minutes, and when I refresh it, if Midgard-Stormer is not open, then we will pick a different server, and we will deal with it later. It's not a huge deal. And I have the appearance data saved, so if I have to just wait and make her again and play through whatever I play through tonight, that's not a huge deal. I can get through that pretty quickly, especially if I'm skipping cutscenes. I hope you guys are having a good evening, though, despite my technical difficulties. Well, I wouldn't call this a technical difficulty, but I was really hoping to get her on Ether. Specifically on Midgardstormer, because that's where my other character is. I could help on my other character, but there's not much to do on her right now until Hana and I play through more MSQ. Or we could just sit here and chill while I run Prey and Castrum 50 million times for the Moogle event. I'm still trying to get the Cryptlurker jewelry. Let's see. Yeah. No luck. Alright. That's fine. We will switch data centers. Hi, Serenity. Bye, Serenity. We will switch data centers and see what we can do here. Let's try Crystal. And just see what we can get on Crystal. And if anything, I will move her later. I did do the character creation earlier just because I didn't want you guys to sit here and watch me for 20 minutes decide what she was going to look like. No, I don't want to save it. I already have it saved. Okay, let's try this again. Menfina. Pugilist. Is Balmung open? I can make her on... nope. Okay, let's do Zalera. Okay. And because she is supposed to be my VTuber, that is her name. Alright. I will deal with moving her or remaking her later. It's totally fine. And there's 16 people in queue, because of course there are. Again, I had to choose to do this during the Moogle event. Everybody's running the Moogle event. Also, I think a lot of people are still running patch 7.4, so there's that too. I'm hoping we'll get an announcement for another expansion soon. I mean, I'm still 2 expansions behind, but it'd be nice. Now, eventually my male Moogle's gonna go fucking crazy. Oh, here we go. Hello, Heidelin. At least you weren't here for the great server collapse of 2022.
Here. Here. Feel.
Oh, all of the servers went down, like everything collapsed. And to get back in, the queue was like thousands of people long. There, you can actually get patches and stickers and stuff on Etsy referencing that. It was so funny. Everybody was making a joke out of it. Oh, look, it's La Habretta. Don't mind me making fun of La Habrea. I went through Praetorium once with a bunch of people, and this is before they changed Prey, that the Ultima Fight was its own thing. So the Ultima Fight was at the end of Prey, which made it like 45 minutes. Now it's only 30, but it used to be like 45 minutes long. And we spent the entire time during La Habrea's speech just punning his name. It was so funny. It was one of my favorite times in a dungeon. Hey you. Alright, you guys gotta let me know if the game's making my model glitch. If it is, I'll switch to my PNG tuber. You alright, lass? You were moaning something fierce for a while there. Feeling the effects of the ether, I reckon. You'll get used to it, though, don't worry. You there! Halt! Oh god, I have to do all the voices myself. What's all this about? Inspection! Men, search the carriage! I'm just an honest peddler, friend, so don't be too disappointed if you don't find nothing, eh? Mind your tongue, old man, lest I cut it out. I always start in Gridania. I don't think I've ever seen this opening. Sir, look! Somnus! Honest peddler, was it? Since when do honest peddlers deal in prohibited herbs? You're in a lot of trouble, old man. You'll rot in the dungeon until the end of your days, unless you can afford the fine. Business as usual. Ah! Ambosia! Ambosia! 2 herbs! 2 herbs! Seven hells. Consider this a warning. Now go, all of you. Whew, that kind of excitement ain't good for the heart. You be careful round them brass blades, lass. Bastards will have the shirt off your back if they fancy it. Like common bandits they are, only less honest. Thank the gods for sending some beastmen to the rescue, eh? Hey, seeing as we've all got a long ride ahead, you mind keeping me company till we arrive? Them young'uns don't much care for conversation, see? Well, you know, considering all they've been through, I can't blame them. Brent's the name, and peddlin's my trade. And judging by your unusual garments, I'll wager you're one of them new adventurers. I knew it. Going wherever the wind blows, seeking fortune and glory. Now that's what I call a living. So long as you can avoid dying, I mean. Ain't no secret that adventuring's a risky business these days, especially. What was it that first attracted you to it? I don't like any of these answers, to be honest, but I guess we'll go with to win glory. Glory, eh? Well, if you're willing to take on them tasks as other folk ain't, an adventurer such as yourself can win fame what coin can't buy. When you arrive in town, you'll want to report to the Adventurers Guild. You can find out everything you need to know about the adventurer's business in there. Just remember, though, there are more important things than fortune and glory, such as breathing. Ain't no profit in being dead, and that's a fact. By the by, is this your first trip to Ul'dah? No. I have been to Ul'dah before. But of course it ain't. Still might be, as this journey itinerant has a few new things to teach you about your destination. Ul'dah is ruled by the Sultana in name, but as most folk know, the Syndicate holds all the real power. Them and their monetarist cronies would happily get rid of her grace altogether, but that won't happen while she still commands the loyalty of the Royalists, and the Royalists are nothing if not loyal. These factions have long fought over power, throwing the weight of their wealth against each other, and they show no sign of stopping. Of course, the Lizardmen, that's the Amalja, couldn't care less about Ul'dah politics. They have their own interests, see? And they ain't afraid to use force to serve them. They say war is a gift to peddlers, need, breed, and profit, and though it shames me to say it, I'm inclined to agree. Ah, at long last. Behold Ul'dah, jewel of Thanalan, where folk turn sand into gold. How we doing, guys? Is there any glitching or locking up?
Deep in the sun-baked south, surrounded by the shifting sands of an endless desert, she rises. A solitary rose amidst the dust and rock, a symbol of defiance. Her name, Ul'dah. Even with the coming of the 7th Umbral Era, hope springs eternal for the mongers and merchants who vie for lost fortunes in this bustling oasis. As the twin faces of Nold Thal maintain their vigil over all that has been in Shalby, the present
I don't know why, but on my preview it
souls.
looks like it keeps glitching. But as long as it's good for you guys, that's all that matters.
One whose arrival could mark the beginning of a new era of prosperity for the realm.
And here's where we part ways, lass. I'm off to the markets to deliver my wares, then it's on to the high road for me. Here, I want you to have this, by way of thanks for putting up with me prattle. You never did tell me your name, though. Hey, but here's an idea. Become the sort of storied personage I can brag about having met, and I'll consider us square. Okay, bye.
May the traders nurture our fortunes as they kindle the flames which burn within us all. For by fire are we reborn.
Final Fantasy XIV. And now we need to rush to level 30 so that I can use my mounts. Oi, Ventura, over here. I mean you. Fresh off the carriage by any chance? Eh? How can I tell? Name's Wymond, and my business is knowing every bugger else's. Now then, what if I was to offer you some invaluable advice by way of welcome to our fair city? Free of charge even, just this once like. I don't trust you. I still think, after all these years, talking to you is going... Yeah. Oh god, there's the 14 fucking mail things. I will find the mail Moogle later. Yeah, shut up. "'Tis plain to anyone with eyes that you don't know your way around here, If I let you go wandering off down the nearest dark alley, you're certain to get mugged or worse, and I don't want that on my conscience. So before you do anything else, you'll want to head over to the quicksand and speak with Momodi. She's the master of the Adventurers Guild and can set you on the right path. Just take those steps over yonder and pass through the double doors. You'll find her inside. And that's as much as you'll get for free. Good luck with the adventure and adventurer. Momodi. Why, hello there. And who might you be? If you're looking to join the Adventurers Guild, you've come to the right place. Name's Momodi, and I own this fine establishment, if it please you. What if it doesn't please me? I also manage the Adventurers Guild here in Uldar, so you might say that looking after green adventurers like yourself is my vocation. And lucky for you, that is. Without someone like me to steer you right, you'd soon find yourself in the middle of nowhere, caught up in business you don't understand. Like our conflict with the Emulsia, for example. They've been plaguing the Sultanate for high on forever now. Then there's the Guardian Empire. None can say for sure what they're plotting these days, only that they are. Aye, the people drink and make merry, but underneath it all there's worry. Worry and a lingering feeling of loss. And little wonder, it's scarce been 5 years since the Lesser Moon cracked open like a giant egg, releasing an abomination intent on turning the realm into an eighth hell. So much was lost in the blink of an eye. 'Twas like the end of the world had come at last. But then things began to get foggy. Everyone's got their own version of what happened next. Some of them, 2 or 3. You'd think people would remember something like that. But the fact is, they don't. Nobody does. There is one thing the survivors agree on, though. The part played by a band of adventurers who laid down their lives for a realm that wasn't their own. They fought valiantly, and like so many others, they never returned. Deeds worth remembering, I'm sure you'll agree. It's just a shame our recollections of those brave heroes are as jumbled as those of the calamity itself. So for people who aren't familiar, what she's talking about is essentially the original incarnation of the game, which a lot of people didn't like. I never got to play it that far back, so I don't know. A lot of people said it wasn't very good. So they literally took the game down and redid the whole thing. Whenever we try to call their faces to mind, it's like they're standing between us and the midday sun, permanently silhouetted. I'll bet that sounds poetic to you, doesn't it? Well, it's not. It's bloody infuriating. But even if we can't remember them, we'll not let them be forgotten, and so we'll call them the Warriors of Light. And they'll forever stand as a shining... Hello, Eli. Yes, this is FF14. And they'll forever stand as a shining example of what adventurers can achieve. That's why I welcome new arrivals like yourself to our fair city. Yes, that's why it's called A Realm Reborn. All I ask is that you lend a helping hand and try to leave Uldar in a better state than you found her. If you can promise that, I'd be happy to let you join the guild. Yeah, we'll see how long my voice holds out. Alright then, a promise is a promise now. I'm counting on your help to put the past behind us. We need people working and spending and bickering like the old days. And a happy and prosperous Uldar means more business for the quicksand too. Any road, let's make this official. Go ahead and write your name in the register, neat as you can. Kage Skino. Well, ain't that a charming name? Just rolls off the tongue, it does. Alright, Miss Skino, on behalf of the Adventurers Guild, I officially... Please, sir, be merciful. 12 is my witness, I swear to you, I'll bring you your money. In the East, it's said that even a merciful god might be driven to vengeance if thrice blasphemed. Be grateful you were given a fourth chance to offend. You two, attend to this scum. No, please, mercy. Well, ain't that a sorry sight, nor an uncommon one, if I'm honest. Just don't worry, though. If you work hard, I doubt you'll end up like him. Just the same, if you ever need a bit of advice about one thing or another, pay me a visit. Just don't go bothering me every time you stub your bloody toe, alright? Of course, I do enjoy hearing a lady muse on the many manhoods of her acquaintance from time to time. Any road, welcome to Uldar, Kage. Take a moment to catch your breath and I'll teach you a little about our fair city. And now I should be able to see... Jesus. Oh god, I am going to have to redo my HUD and I'm going to need to turn off battle effects, actually. It's character configuration, if I remember correctly. Let me take care of... You know what, I'll do all this off screen. It can wait. I think I'll be fine for now. I doubt we're going into a dungeon tonight. We're already half an hour in. Before you go charging off to find your fortune, I have a few basic tasks I'd like you to perform so as to help you get to know the place. First of all, I want you to visit the Aetheryte Plaza. To get there, head west from here till you reach Emerald Avenue. Then look to the north. You should see a giant floating crystal called an Aetheryte. If it weren't for Aetherites, traveling around Eorzea would be a damn sight more troublesome than it is. Of course, you still need to attune with them before you can use them, so be sure to do that with the one in the plaza. You ever attuned to an Aetherite before, Kage? If not, just lay your hand on the thing and you'll see what I mean. When you've done that, I want you to pay the Pugilist Guild over at the... I want you to pay a visit to the Pugilist Guild over at the Platinum Mirage. Assuming those weapons of yours ain't just for show, you might consider training there. And finally, I want you to visit the Sapphire Avenue Exchange over on the Steps of Thal. Goods from all across Eorzea and beyond turn up there every day. You'll have no trouble finding armor, weapons, or anything else a fledgling adventurer like yourself might need. You might say that's everything. You might say that everything's for sale here in Uldar, as long as you've got the gil. Just make sure as you don't pay more than you ought. There's plenty as won't scruple to swindle unsuspecting foreigners like yourself, especially if they think no one's looking out for their best interests. Which is why I'm giving you this letter. When you visit the exchange, find a gentleman named Cesaroga and give it to him. He'll be happy to tell you about the markets once he's read it. In short then, visit the Aetheryte Plaza, the Pugilist Guild, and the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. Simple. Oh, but before you go, a word of advice. While there are more than a few unsavory characters out there who will try to take advantage of you, there are also some with honest-to-goodness problems who you should consider offering a helping hand to. A lot of folk are lured to this city by the promise of wealth and power. What many of them fail to realize is that instead of chasing after gil the moment they get here, they ought to be making friends. Let it be known that you're willing to give as much as you get, and opportunities will come your way. Speaking of which, you should speak with the smith over yonder. Those lads always have some good advice for up-and-coming adventurers. Otherwise, that's about it from me. It's past time you got going. Oh, and let me know when you finish, will ya? That way I won't spend my days worrying that you're down to your small clothes without a guild to your name. Alright. First things first, let's go find the male Moogle. So I can get all my stuff and then cry about the fact that I can't use my mounts. Okay. I have so much shit in my mail. First things first, this is Endwalker stuff. And then we have Shadowbringer stuff. And then we have the Squall clothes. And then we have a Naming Way minion. And then we have gold chocobo feathers. This is what I was talking about with the friend code, Mikey. So these are the items you get for sharing your friend code. Since you've already paid for your subscription, I might not be able to give mine to you for you to use. But if you give yours to a newly starting player, like when Rel joins, then you should get the chocobo feathers, and so should she. I also might have used my limit of how many people I can give my friend code to as well, because I think the limit's 5. Oh, there's Zidane. I'm gonna die on this hill. It's Zidane, not Zidane. I don't care what Dissidia says. Yeah, I also now have 2. It also gives you the friendship circlet, which is really great for new characters because it gives you extra experience up to level 25. And then the Aetheryte pendulum is great because if you give your friend code to a friend who just joined, you can use the Aetheryte pendulum to teleport to them. And then Cloud's clothes, because okay, now I need to delete everything. I hate that I can't just mass delete everything. I know there's an outfit on the store that I would love to get for this character. I just can't afford it right now. Because I'd really like to get Gaia's outfit. Because it's got that, like, Jedi K / Gothic kind of feel that I go for with my model's clothes. Okay. That's because I've been playing a very long time. And a lot of that stuff, and I'm probably going to get more because my bike wasn't in there. Oh god, all the people. Right, so Zalera, the server that I'm currently on, is actually a big RP server. This is actually the server I started on with my character Makoto before I switched to Seraph to join my friends FC. You attuned to the Aetheryte. Hail, adventurer! Might you have come at the behest of Miss Momodi of the Quicksand? Excellent, which brings us to the matter of the attunement fee. That will be 100,000 gil, if you please, madam. I'm sorry? Apologies, but I do so relish the opportunity to make that jest. The look on your face was absolutely priceless. Ah, but the fact that you were so easily deceived suggests to me that you are unfamiliar with the use of Aetherites. Allow me to explain. These crystalline agglomerations that's a word, tap into the ethereal energies and are primarily used as a means to travel swiftly from one place to another. Perchance you have heard of return and teleport? Well, these transportation spells make direct use of the Aetherites and their connections to the flow of ether. Given that there is an Aetherite in almost every corner of Eorzea, any adventurer with a mind to explore the realm will wish to seek out and attune herself to each and every one. But even if you have no intention of wandering beyond the Sultanate's borders, it would be prudent for you to attune yourself to any Aetherites you encounter from now on. I pray you found that informative. Should you wish to learn more about Aetherites or transportation magic, I shall be happy to answer your questions. And we learned return. Yes, I know how return works. Okay. Off to the Pugilists Guild. I don't know if my mic is picking Hana up upstairs, but he and his friend are streaming as well. I think they're playing Fate Stay Night tonight. Greetings and welcome to the Pugilists Guild. I see you already walk the path of the pugilist, yet your journey has only just begun. I highly recommend you add your name to our roll, for there is no better place in all of the realm to train in our discipline than here. The origins of pugilism as we know it can be traced back to the staging of bare-handed bouts at the Colosseum. These contests attracted fighters from far and wide, bringing their myriad styles crashing together on the blood sense. No, that's Fate Grand Order. Fate Stay Night is the visual novel. Amidst this chaotic intermingling of styles, there rose a pugilist of singular strength and skill. The woman made it her life's mission to master every form she encountered, that she might refine her art. Among her many song-worthy exploits, we pugilists remember her participation in a gladiator tournament most fondly. Back when bare-handed fighting was still seen as a pastime for peasants, she took on fully armed and armored gladiators and effortlessly bested the lot of them. Word of her feat spread across the realm like wildfire, of course, and Uldar swiftly transformed into a center of pugilism, with people flocking from all over to train under this master among masters. The woman's name was Cornelia, and it is her that the Pugilist Guild owes its existence. The art practiced here is based on her all-encompassing style, and this training hall is modeled upon the one she once built. And there it is, a brief history of our guild. I've told this tale 1,000 times, but gods, it never fails to fan the flames of my fighting spirit. Now then, should you wish to proceed with enrollment, you must first obtain the Guildmaster's approval. Let me know if you would like to meet him. So, are you ready to present yourself for the Guildmaster's inspection? Yes. Master Hammond is among the greatest pugilists of our time. For long years the man ruled the blood sands as the Holy Fist, though he has since retired in favor of training aspiring fighters. You will find him overseeing his charges yonder. Now go and show to him the fighting spirit that burns within you. Hi. I would like to do the fighting. Past time you got your ass back here. Well, what did the dancer have to say about my proposition? I don't... you're not my errand boy. There's no dancer that ever was. I'm not doing anything indecent, I swear to the gods. Oh, God. Okay. What? You're here to enroll? Oh, well, why didn't you say so sooner? 'Cause you were too busy asking me about your dancer. In my capacity as a guildmaster, I would be glad to give you a primer on the art of hand-to-hand combat. Doubtless you already know this, but we pugilists fight with our fists and feet. While these don't deal as much damage as a blade, it hardly matters when you can land several blows for each swing of the sword. What we lack in destructive force, we more than make up for in speed and cunning. I'm going to move all my games to second storage base retreat. Hey, that's awesome, Eli! Under my guidance, not only will you master striking techniques, you'll also learn to string them together to deliver an endless flurry of blows. Only through such fierce combinations can a pugilist realize his potential. Yeah! Okay, can you stop? Crikey, I am spent from all this talking. You ought to speak more, lass. It'd give me a chance to catch my breath, but where was I? Alright, joining the guild. Before you do so, I must warn you that the path of the pugilist is long and arduous. Do you believe you've got what it takes to go the distance? Be honest with yourself now. Yes. I can go the distance. I hope my husband screaming just now was voice acting for the game they're playing and not my husband actually dying. Yes, you have the fighting spirit. I can see it in your eyes. I see no reason to deny your place in these halls. Welcome to the guild, lass. I'm actually gonna just message him real quick and be like, is that the game or are you actually dying? doubt he'll see it and answer me. For your first lesson, I want you to test your fledgling skills against this vermin of... It's so funny when he and Brit stream, because I'll hear him yell or make weird noises, and I have to pause, like, is he dying or is he okay? Get out there and put down 3 marmots, 3 hornets, and 3 shrews. Return here when the deed is done. He's not dying. Okay. Alright, let's hit up the... Oh god, now I have to remember how to get places because I don't have the aetherites yet. We need to get to... I have to remember how to get to the fucking market board from here. I'm so used to having the ability to teleport. Okay, this way. Aetherite. Aetherite. There we go. You can teleport around the area, the cities, but you have to attune to all of these little aetherite crystals. Because I'm on a new character, I don't have all of them yet. And you are... Oh, a newly come adventurer, but of course. Yes, I am Cesaroga. What can I do for you? Ah, you would have me teach you the ways of the marketplace. Very wise. As for my fee, what, you expect me to do it for free? Surely you jest. My dear adventurer, when you ask for an Uldan for a favor, you should at least try to make it worth his while. Judging by your garb, I rather doubt you could afford my services, but the fact you offer nothing is laughable. Well, I do have this thing from Momodi. Oh, Mistress Momodi instructed you to seek me out, did she? Consider yourself fortunate to have such influential friends. I shall be brief and you shall be attentive. You stand in the Sapphire Avenue Exchange, the busiest and most profitable marketplace in the Sultanate. Being advantageously situated in relation to the other city-states, Uldar's markets have ever served as both the literal and figurative centers of Eorzean commerce. All the great overlord trade routes lead to our city, and the majority of maritime trade between Vilbrand and Aldenard passes through our ports. Because of this, countless companies and consortia have chosen Uldar as their base of operations. They see to it that this marketplace is awash with merchants and moneylenders day and night. Anything a man could ever desire can be purchased here, provided as he has the sufficient funds. Surely there's something you seek, adventurer? A deadlier sword, perhaps, or a shinier trinket? Whatever you want, the exchange will have it. To the north, you will find merchants peddling armor and accessories, curatives and crafting materials. And to the south, you will find weapons, tools, and an assortment of other useful items for sale. Seek out a particular merchant or browse to your heart's content, but do try to remain aloof should you find something that piques your interest. Decisions made in the heat of the moment are usually unwise, especially where coin is concerned. That is all the complimentary aid you shall have from me, and far too much for my taste. My regards to Momodi. Now off with you. Okay. Let's go... Which gate are we leaving through? We want... Blackbrush Station. That's... Alright, I'll have to figure that out. I do want to grab all of the Ethernet shards while we're here. Just to save myself a trip later. Let's go this way first, so we can just kind of circle around. Hey Mikey, have you played with Blue Mage at all? Where is it? There it is. Seven is such a good game. 8 is my favorite, but 7 is very good. Yes, so Blue Mage is a limited class, and in order to play it, you can only do certain dungeons with it, and then you have to go around the world and pick up monster skills. One of the things I want to do, if and when I get my FC going, is do like events every now and then where just get a group of people together and just go to the different monsters around the world and pick up the Blue Mage skills. Because you get like a Pokedex of monster abilities that you have to go around and fill out in order to get the skills that they can use. Okay. I think we're going to Central Thanalan? It's either Central or Western. I'm gonna try Western first. Yeah, that's essentially all it is. It's also like Keistis in 8. And how her limit break worked. Apparently they're going to be coming out with another limited class. I don't remember what it's called though. Alright, am I in the right spot? I am not in the right spot. Okay, so it was Central we wanted to go to. That's fine. We can do that. Whee! You will hear a lot of familiar sounds from the Final Fantasy games in this game. Yes, Beastmaster. That's the new one coming out. I'm actually kind of excited to play around with that one, because that one's literally Pokemon. I've never been a big fan of caster classes, but Blue Mage is fun to at least play around with. Also, Blue Mage has some of the best victory and battle stance poses. Okay, here we go. This is what we're looking for. Come here, bitch. In fact, you will find that a lot of raids reference previous Final Fantasy games. There's an entire series that follows FF8. The recent ones in Dawn Trail reference FF9. There's a whole set in Stormblood that references Tactics. All of them. I should have the circlet on my head because that'll get me more experience. There they are. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, back to the pugilist skill. And now we teleport. Honestly, I think the female Mikote and the male Vieira have the best starting outfits. Because I could use these sleeves and this top for a lot of different outfits. The skirt, too. Ah, you're back. None the worse for extortion. Youthful vigor's a truly blessed thing. You've gotten off to a fine start, lass. To help you on your way, I want you to have this hunting log. Hey, the hunting log! Do your hunting logs! They will get you lots of experience! Within, you'll find the names of various creatures, opponents that you might hone your skills against. If you want to become strong, you mustn't neglect your training. Indeed, a pugilist is only as good as the number of strikes he's dealt. Get out there, Kage, and let your fists fly. When the time is ripe, I'll teach you something new. There's no limit to the potential of youth. I look forward to seeing you come into your own. Alright, can't do the next pugilist skill quest until we're level 5, which we aren't far from. There's also a Vieira specific hairstyle for the men that I think is one of the best male hairstyles in the game. Male Vieira just got a lot of good stuff. I actually haven't played around with female Hrothgar much yet. I really should make a Hrothgar. How was your tour of the city, Kage? Get lost, did you? Aye, well, Uldal's a big place with lots to see and do, but wandering around aimlessly don't pay the bills. If you're serious about making a living here, you'll need to remember where things are. When you go exploring, explore like you've got a purpose, eh? Alright then, all that's left is for you to work hard, make money and spend it here at the quicksand. Well, youngling, how are you finding our final door then? Got your bearings about you yet? If so, mayhap it's time you ventured beyond the city walls. The bustling streets of Uldar are one thing, but the wilds of Thanalan, that's another altogether. Melviera is... Endwalker, I want to say. I know a bloke you might fancy speaking to, and he you. Name of Papashan. You'll find him over at the Uldar Dispatch Yard. No doubt he'll have some work for you. The dispatch yard's over in central Thanalan. Just head out the door across the hall and you'll see the Gate of Nod staring right back at you. Pass through it and head east. You'll come upon it before long. There's dangers beyond the wall, though. More than I'd care to count. Nothing too terrible, mind you, but feisty enough to attack if you draw near. Don't say nobody cared enough to warn you. Alright. Before I do that, I'm going to grab the other two, the rest of the Ethernet shards in Ul'dah. Just save myself some time. I have to admit, my favorite race in the game is actually the Aura. But I had to make myself a Makote for stream. I mean, Catgirl VTuber must make Catgirl. I did turn all my mods off though, because I don't know how... I mean, I don't think they're going to care if I stream with my mods on, but I just wanted to be safe. Also, going with my streamer name, I 100% did not take into account Makote naming conventions like I did on my other character. I had used some pictures of Surin because I just put up together a bunch of new glamours for her. One of the reasons I like female Aura is because they're the fastest in the game. They are literally 10% faster than everybody else. And they're tiny. My character Makoto is like the shortest size that an Aura can be, and she is the cutest fucking thing. I gotta bring her over to Midgard Stormer so that you can get a look at her and friend her. Maybe I'll pay to move her over. Honestly, I don't play on Seraph much anymore because it's kind of the retirement server. And I know Izumi's on that server, but, like, she's rarely on anymore. Occasionally I can drag her off of VR chat, but I think she's not going to come back until a new expansion comes out, honestly. And she's at the end of Dawn Trail, so maybe I'll catch up with her before then. Okay, I just have to go all the way upstairs and get the last of the Ethernet shards, and then we'll be good, and I'll go do the thing for Momodi and go meet up with Papashan. I just want to get this done and out of the way so that I don't have to worry about it later. I'll tell you the one thing I desperately am going to need on this character is glamour prisms. I have to glamour, or I could just use the glamour plugin. But if I use the plugin, I'm the only one who can see it. Which is what I do with Serenity. Because I saw that top that I like, I like using on her. But it's not until one of the... No, this is not the way I wanted to go. Is it? No. No. Oh, okay. I see what I did wrong. This way. When I was running that FC with the person who shall not be named, we kept like 500 in the FC chest at all times so people could just go in and grab them when they needed them. There we go. Okay. Now we can teleport to the different gates. So I can just go Gate of Nalt, please. And now you see why I did that. Alright, now we need to go find Papa Sean. I miss my mount! I hate running around like this. I need to get to level 30 as soon- ah, here we go. Do your hunting logs! Get the experience! What do you mean target's out of range? It's right there. Hello? Thank you. What were you targeting? Come here, bitch. So that's the thing with, Pugilist, is you want to combine these different skills because they become stronger the more you line up with each other. I'm gonna take out this marmot, and then I'm probably gonna be level 5. Yep, okay. I'm gonna go back in and get the next Pugilist quest so I can do it and the quest for Papa Sean all at the same time. Jeez, it's 8 o'clock already. I would not say time flies when you're having fun, but, you know. I don't know how fun ARR feels anymore. Oh, hello, cute cat boy. Hello, cute cat boy. Sorry. Got distracted. So this is what you're looking for the Moogle event, by the way, Mikey. There's an itinerant Moogle in each town, usually by the Aetheryte Plaza. How many times have I done ARR? Too many times. I have a lot of alts, though I really only play on a couple of them anymore. Only reason I haven't deleted the other ones is because I paid money for glams and stuff on them, and you can't trade them to other characters, otherwise I would. You've been training hard, Kage. Aye, I can tell by the lightness of your steps and the strength in your fists. I reckon you're ready for your next lesson. But before we begin, some warming up's in order. For this, I've scattered some gil across Uldar. I want you to run around the city and pick it all up. Now that's my money laying out there, so I want you to go about it like there's an Amalja War band on your heels. In other words, I want you to sprint! Of course, you can't go on sprinting indefinitely. Your body needs to rest a while after each burst of speed. This may sound elementary, but I'm telling you this to demonstrate a point. As a pugilist, it's essential that you learn to pace yourself in a fight, else you're liable to get worn out, and when that happens, the fight's as good as over, and you'd be sorry if you had bet on yourself. You're literally gonna make me run around and look for your fucking money. Okay, fine. I do not see any in this orange circle. Did I pass it? Oh, there it is. I see it down there. Why are the coins that big? I think at this point I'm just going to take my main and the only other alt on Seraph that I play and move them over to Midgard Sormer. Probably not for a little while yet, because money's going to be a little tight this pay period, because we just had to buy this new monitor. And we're going to be buying tickets for Miku Expo and some cosplay stuff. Okay. That's everything here, so I'd assume the rest are going to be on the other map. This is my first time playing the Thanalan opening, though. Okay. Oh, no, they were over by the Thaumaturges Guild. Okay. Am I just blind? Oh, there it is. I am blind. So, my other alt that I play is a Makote pirate named Nakaba. I have another Aura alt that's supposed to be my main's cousin as well. She's the one that I first played Monk on. I have an addiction to character creation, and considering I was part of a roleplay guild for a while, I made a lot of characters for the sake of that story. And I don't know how many of them I'm still going to use. The only reason I haven't got on Nakaba is because the person from my old guild that I had that falling out with, she was married to one of their characters, and I just haven't had the chance to change her last name yet. That's my money Here, have your fucking money. 500 gil, crikey. This is good for a week's worth of. I mean, well done, Kage. Now that you're all warmed up, we can see to your lesson. A trial, to be precise. Take yourself to Scorpion Crossing in Western Thanalan. Okay, that's a completely different place. There you'll find 4 large stones, the trial stones, they're called. I want you to deal each of these stones a solid boot-shine combo. The impact will arouse the earth sprites that sleep within, which you must then defeat. If you find yourself hard-pressed, there's no shame in running away. You're still learning the ropes after all. Once you've gotten your wind back, you can hurl yourself into the fray again. And remember this, strikes bring down opponents. But it's your footwork that keeps you standing. Now off you go and good luck. Okay, cool. I will do that eventually, but apparently I need to go talk to Papa Sean first. Because that's a completely different area. Where am I? Over here. Okay. This way. Nah, the bug noises. Papa Sean! Well, you certainly look the part of an adventurer, my friend. Might you be the good soul Momodi advised me to expect, I am Papa Sean, station master of this humble dispatch yard. An empty title, I assure you. I truly am no more than a tired old Lalafell passing his final years in quiet and solitude. 12 know there have been plenty of both these last 5 years since the calamity struck. The devastation was vast. Yet now true Uldans work together, doing all in our power to rebuild what was laid to ruin. By the sweat of our brows and the love of our home, we have rebuilt Uldar to the grandeur and majesty that you see today. The railways which run through this dispatch yard too were born of the noble efforts of a great many souls. But there is still much work to be done. The wounds left by the calamity run deep. Isolated areas beyond our lines of supply remain, and there are places yet wanting for relief and restoration. Uldar needs the aid of you and your brethren, friend. In fact, never has our need been more dire. Which brings me to the point, I suppose. I do believe I may have some work suited to one of your ability. Hello. Since you've come all this way, perhaps you can perform an errand for me. Just so happens a number of sentries have been sent to guard the area, a dispatch to the dispatch yard, as it were. They have long been away from the shade and feather beds of the city. The hot days and cold nights can play hells on the mind and body out here. It isn't much, but go and give them these twilight pretzels, would you? I find comfort food always helps when I feel like killing myself. Oh, can we not say that? Can we not word it that way, please? Also, now I want a fucking soft pretzel. Thank you. I don't have any pretzels. I have cake, though. But I already had cake, did I? Here. Western front clear. Eastern front clear. Here, have a pretzel. For me, from Papa Sean, a twilight pretzel, my favorite. How did he know? Can't fight on an empty stomach, now can I? Actually, I can't fight on any stomach. I suppose you could say I have no stomach for fighting. A little bit too much information, my dude. Oh. Oh, you're up there. How do I get up there? Halt! Madam, I'm going to have to ask you to put the pretzel on the ground and place your hands above your head. Okay. State your name and business. A toilet pretzel from Papa Sean. By the gods, forgive me. You could say this new post has my nerves in a twist. Boo! Boo! I'm terribly sorry for that. Yes, well, you may rest assured that the dispatch yard is safe so long as I stand watch. Please give Papa Sean my thanks, and tell him that I only wish I could repay the favor. Oh, save me. Scorching days, freezing nights. This post will be the end of me. Here, have pretzel. A twilight pretzel? Don't mind if I do. Ah, now that's a refreshing goddamned pretzel. I feel reborn. Why must you make me crave pretzels? How dare. You've returned, and with a deal fewer pretzels, I see. Tell me, how fare our Sultan's sworn sentries? Did they have anything to report? Anything at all? What, nothing? Are you sure? Oh dear. Take this for your troubles, then, and stay a moment. There is more I would ask of you. Kage, I have just this moment. No, the time for concealment is past. The truth is, even before I had you deliver those pretzels, I was privy to some most unsettling news, which is the real reason I sent you to meet those Sultan Sworn. What, are they traitors or something? A young noblewoman from a very prestigious family has run away from home, and I have been ordered to see to her safe return. The Sultan Sworn you met earlier are assisting with the search. Alas, it seems they have found no trace of her. I apologize for not being frank with you from the start, but we must proceed with caution. Should word of her disappearance spread, I fear others with less horrible motives may join the hunt. And should we allow her to come to any harm, not even 100 beheadings would be punishment enough. That cannot happen, Kage. It must not. I need you to help me find her. Okay? Praise the 12, I knew I could count on you. I've instructed the others to expand the search, but Thanalan is vast and there are only so many of us. The young noblewoman's name is Lady Lilira. I want you to go south and look for her in the vicinity of the Sultanry. Good luck. Okay. Is it time to meet Best Boy? Well, second Best Boy? Because actual Best Boy doesn't come until the patches. Where is... Oh, there it is. Oh, Sultan Tree. Oh, time to go into an instance. We should be fine.
Oh, Sultan Tree, hallowed spirit of my line, forgive my weakness. My failings have cost us dear. Show yourself.
Hi. There he is!
As you command, O Lilira.
Hello, Taliesin. For those who are fans of Critical Role, that is Taliesin
Forgive
Jaffe.
my selfish desire to assure your welfare.
I don't recall requesting an escort. Simply pretend we never met and continue on your way.
We both know I can do no such thing. It isn't safe for you here alone. It isn't safe for anyone. Not with this etheric disturbance. It's as though the dead are watching us.
And of course, all I hear is Percy.
And I'd prefer not to join them, if it's all the same to you. Ah, you must be the one the Papa Shan mentioned. Congratulations on finding our elusive young charge. You'll have to forgive her impetuousness. What she lacks in discipline, she makes up for in stubbornness. You should return with us. The station master will be eager to thank Lady Lilira's protector in person. Alas, the station master will have to wait. Dear Lilira, for my sake, please stay out of harm's way. As for you, dear friend, for Lilira's sake, please stay in harm's way.
I can imagine a lot of people would probably yell at me for the fact that instead of using the hotkeys like most players should, I prefer to use my mouse and click on the abilities. Don't judge me. Hey, we did it.
Whew.
There's our first crystal.
Hear, feel, think.
Yes, Crystal Mommy? That is a terrible angle. Welcome back, Eli.
Crystal Bearer. I am Heidelin, all made one. A light there once was that shone throughout this realm, yet it hath since grown dim. And as it hath faltered, so hath darkness risen up in its stead, presaging an end to life.
Rill was talking about
For the
it.
sake of all, I beseech thee, deliver us from this fate.
She said she's got the game, she just hasn't paid for a sub yet.
The power to banish the darkness dwelleth in the crystals of light. Journey forth and lay claim to them. By thy deeds shall the crystals reveal themselves to thee. Only believe, for the light liveth in thy heart.
You can play free up to Stormblood. Only downside to playing free is you can't buy anything on the market board. You can't send friend requests, but you can accept them. And you can't join a party, but you can be or you can't start a party, but you can be invited to join a party. I also don't know if you can join an FC if you're playing free.
Go now, my child, and shine thy light on all creation.
Ah, coming around now.
Hi.
Would you mind telling me what that was?
If I only knew. A denizen of the void at any rate.
The void sent? Here? But how?
The question isn't how, but who. We're not dealing with bookless bandits. Don't suppose the answer came to you in a dream?
Yeah, about that.
No sooner did you fell the beast than you fell asleep. Too much ether, no doubt. Interesting. I hadn't considered the crystal. But of course, this changes everything.
That's true. Get a decent amount
just
into the
thinking
game
aloud.
before
At
you decide
any
if you
rate,
want to commit
we
or not.
haven't a moment to spare. I must return and report this at once. I leave Lady Lilira in your capable hands.
How dare you pass me about like a swaddled babe? I shall return and tell them myself.
As you wish, your impetuousness. I suspect we shall meet again before long. Until then, do try and stay awake.
I love him. Not as much as I love Amaric, but I do love him. Back to Papa Sean. Thank the gods you've returned. You had us all so worried. You do realize what would happen if a person of your noble stature were to be injured, or worse? Why, Her Grace the Sultana would be beside herself with grief, and so would her subjects. I dare say they'd be weeping in the streets. But I have already given you cause... But I have already given you cause to weep, Papa Sean. You and the people of Uldar. Please, you're not to say such things. We will find it, I swear to you. It is not my place to make demands, my lady, but I beg you please stay out of harm's way. I apologize for causing you undue worry, Papa Sean. I shall refrain from traveling unescorted in the future. I love how they make it oh so obvious who she really is. Man, when a certain someone finds out that you guys almost lost the Sultana. I cannot thank you enough, Kage. I understand you fought bravely to protect Lady Lilira from void-sent fiends. For your gallant service, you deserve all the riches in the royal vaults. Alas, a small token of my gratitude is the best I can offer. A sarcastic man with a strange contraption strapped to his shoulder. I see you've met Thancred. He's a scholar who spends his days investigating oddities in the ether. Rather too fond of the sound of his own voice for my liking, but perfectly harmless. As for you, Kage, you're just the sort of adventurer we need around here. I pray you show the same kindness to the people of Thanalan as you did to us today. You're an adventurer, yes? If you're not otherwise occupied, I've a favour to ask. I have resolved to repay a debt of gratitude which I owe to the owner of the coffer and coffin. For this purpose, I've purchased from the royal plantations a prodigiously plump pumpkin, a particularly popular piece of produce. Alas, I cannot part from this place to procure and proffer the pumpkin. You see, the scheduled shipment from the Nanawa mines for which I wait is late. I would prevail upon you to pick up the pumpkin in my stead and see it safely to the coffer and coffin. Present this receipt of purchase to Gagari at the royal plantations and she will yield it to you. I apologize for asking you to attend to this time-consuming task, but I truly appreciate your assistance. Enough with the alliteration already. Hi, I'm here for a pumpkin. If Sisadoa doesn't come calling soon, this spectacular specimen shall sadly be past its prime. Here. Oh, so you're to deliver the decadent delight. I can say with confidence that any gourmand will be grateful for such a grand gift. Here is the pumpkin. I hope it meets with Roger's approval. Fresh produce is somewhat scarce in these parts, and as such we are always deluged with demand. You know the way to the coffer and coffin, correct? It is beyond the bridge to the northwest. Look for a place where local laborers lounge. My god, so much alliteration. I miss my mount. I'm gonna complain about the lack of mount until I reach level 30 and can use my bike again. I should just grab that aetheryte while I'm here. It's not that far. Oh god, lag. There we go. Here, drink for your lassie. You won't get better ale or spirits for your coin than at my place. Here's your pumpkin. What's that? Wee Sister Doe asked you to bring this here to me. Ha! So even that foul-mouthed drunk knows the meaning of remorse. Reckon this is for the time I carried his drunk sodden arse back home. But hell's an honest-to-God's pumpkin from the royal plantations. Can't wait to see what the cooks'll do with her. The lads here scoff down beastly amounts of meat, and it's starting to tell on their health. It'll be good to get more vegetables in their bellies, assuming I can get the stubborn bastards to try something new. Thanks for the help, lassie. And we get marmot steak in return. Larvae's Blackbrush Station sorely undermanned. The stone torches there can't get a moment's peace. Bloke by the name of Warren is hoping to bolster their numbers for a short-term assignment or two. If you fancy putting a few extra gil in your pocket, you could do a lot worse. Looking for work, perchance? If so, you couldn't have come at a better time. We stone torches are sellswords hired by Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern to protect its interests. Our primary duty here is to keep the tracks clear of pests, and it is for this purpose that we require your aid. I should point out, however, that it can be messy work and liable to get messier still if you're ill-prepared. A single piece of gear can mean the difference between life and death. I'll not have it on my conscience that I sent an ill-equipped adventurer to an untimely demise. See to it that your arms and armor are in order. When you are ready, present yourself to me again. Okay. Is there someone I can buy equipment from here? Yes, independent armor. What do I have on me that I can equip? Okay, so I have weapon. Okay. Alright, so I need legs, hands, body, and it's probably gonna bitch at me that I need a headpiece. Okay. Let's see here. I don't have enough. See if I can make some money. Not much. I need monies. Okay, let's go do the stuff in Western Thanalan for the guild. That'll make me some money, I think. And then we can come back and do this. I should do my class quest anyway. Stay away from the giant tortoise. Stay away from the giant tortoise. Once I get to level 10, I can take up... Is there a gathering class in Thanalan? I think Miner is in Thanalan. I can pick that up and sell early ores for a decent amount of gil, because people usually don't want to go hunting for the early game ores. Okay. Okay, where's the next one? Punch Rock. Okay. Back to the Pugilist Guild. So you've given the earth sprites what for? Well done, Kage. By smiting stone and earth, you forged unyielding weapons of your fists. You are a nigh endless fount of vigor, Kage. Aye, just like myself in my younger days. This must be the promising recruit you've been telling me about. And of course she's promising. She's training under Hammond Holy Fist! That's our Master Hammond. Kage, I don't believe I've introduced my assistant yet. This is Chuchuto. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. As introduced, I serve as Master Hammond's right hand, though there's still much and more I have yet to learn. Together let us strive for mastery of our art. Chuchuto joined the guild soon after I was made its master. She's my very first student, as a matter of fact. Well, there was one other to be sure, but... Let's not dwell on the past, Master. It was Kage's bright future we were discussing. Which reminds me, did you collect my gil from her? My gear is rather worn down, and I do need the money for repairs. Yes, Kage's future with us is bright indeed. If she keeps up her efforts, she may well become the next Holy Fist. Train hard, young one, and grow strong. When the time's ripe, I'll have another little lesson for you. Ha ha ha! I love that they gave him a laugh and a cough, but they couldn't bother to voice him in other ways. Oh, I can get a top. Okay. Alright. Okay. That looks terrible, but it's better. That's because you're paying more attention to the words. Okay. What do I need? Equip your head, body, hands, legs, and feet. Okay. I need a headpiece. Let's go to the market and see if there's anything a little cheaper here. I went the completely wrong way, but that's okay. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I can afford that. Oh, I hate that. There we go. Okay. Thank God I have Aetheryte tickets. So are you ready for inspection? Good. Everything appears in order. You know that naught is guaranteed in this world. Fate is a fickle mistress, after all. At any rate, capable adventurers like you are few and far between, and I would not have you throw your life away. I have had to bury too many comrades who brushed aside cracks in their hauberks and dints in their helms. No matter what you face, do not disregard the importance of gear. Let's get to it then, shall we? All wagons pass through this station every day, but not without incident. Wagons coming and going from the dispatch yard to the south must pass through a tunnel by Feska's watch. A tunnel in which some genius saw fit to put an ore storehouse, creating ideal conditions for a goblin nest. So now the ore-loving beasts have taken up residence in a tunnel we dug and were practically delivering meals to their doorsteps. But no more. Inside the tunnel in question, you will find a narrow fissure where the goblins hide. Use this silver ore cluster to lure out the creatures, then slay them. Got it. Heading to the thing, which is this way. I think we've got just enough time to do this. Well, that was easy. Well done. It shan't be easy work to keep the tunnel free of goblins, but our wagon should be able to go unmolested for a time. Disruptions to all shipments threaten not only the interests of Armagina and Sons mineral concern, but of Uldar herself. One might liken these train tracks to veins that bear our nation's lifeblood. If only we had more women like you to lend a hand. Okay, I think we're gonna end it here for tonight, guys. I don't want to pick up another quest just yet. Just for the sheer fact that we aren't gonna have any time to do it tonight. But that is it for tonight. Just a reminder, the Thursday stream is going to be starting at 9:30 instead of 7, because time difference and, you know, letting Tanner be a dad. But we will be playing Peak, and Eli and Tanner will both be joining me, and possibly Izumi and Kagami. The two of them aren't quite sure yet. But in the meantime, matane!